Wise man once said, nothing.
Shut up. On behalf of all men everywhere, because you would crucify them if they tried to fight back on this post. Just
talk to her.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Men built the world. Men are extremely important in the raising and upbringing of children and societies and communities and governments. They run the military, the police force, and pretty much everything that you depend on for life.
Correct.
So just
shut up.
Shut up.
Guys, you're looking at the thumbnail, you're looking at the title of the video, y'all already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Guys, I got a compilation for you here today. Beautiful women destroying feminist. I have not seen this reaction, so let's go through it together. Without further ado.
So I got a question.
What's up?
Why is it that some women want a man to pay her bills, take care of her, wine and dine her. But when he asks her to cook, to clean, and to give him some sex, she says, "You're not my husband."
Feminism.
Or, "I'm not your wife."
Double standards.
Well, why is it one-sided? Why do we expect something from them, but when they expect something from us, we don't want to give it?
It's a great question.
Make it make sense.
So many girls on Tinder and dating apps have in their bio 6 feet and above. Like, I only date over 6 feet. But imagine if guys had in their bio C cup and up.
Big true.
Like, just imagine any guy who put that would be so canceled. And then you all want to talk about internalized misogyny and, oh, society makes women feel like they have to look a certain way.
Yes.
If you want to talk about double standards, there's a double standard for you.
Huge double standard.
In fact, I think the height thing is a little bit more offensive because you can change your bra size, but you can't really change your height.
I don't think bra size is what we're really talking about. There is the size and the voluptuousness of your mammary glands. But yeah, like, you know, but see, it's normal to talk about height. It's normal to talk about this. You can't fix that, which is why it's so much more egregious when you talk about weight, because weight is a direct result of you practicing discipline in your life. All you got to do is be disciplined for mouth pleasure. Stop it. Put it down. Go sweat once per day. Your body is not made to sit down for 7 hours a day. Your bodies weren't meant to do that. Our bodies are meant to be in relative motion. But you sit for 7 hours a day. You just practice this mouth pleasure shit. You don't even be hungry. You don't even be hungry and you eating. What type of shit is that? Because you want a goddamn routine? What type of shit is that? So like, so we'll look at all these dating apps today, and there's a marker for place your height, but there's not a marker for place your weight. Why do you think that that is? It's because they're dedicated for women. If you try to put their weight there, the women wouldn't sign up. But you put a height there, the women want to know. It's complete and utter double standards that a lot of times we don't even understand. We don't even see it. We just walk forward and choose not to question it. But they exist all throughout society, which is why it's so ridiculous when I do videos from like It's Complicated and you see women up there talk about how women are not privileged in society at all. And we're down with the patriarchy. We got to take it back from men. Complete and utter, say it with me, bullshit.
So I'm pretty sure we've all heard about Demi Lovato coming out as non-binary and changing her pronouns to they, them. But there's something that nobody's talking about.
What's up?
In her video, she features her friend Alec Manon, who is a somewhat well-known trans activist.
Okay.
I certainly recognized him. How? From this quote right here. In a since-deleted Facebook post, Alec writes, "These days, the narrative is that transgender people will come into bathrooms and abuse little girls. The supposed purity of the victims has remained stagnant. There are no princesses. Little girls are also kinky. Your kids aren't as straight and narrow as you think." This is who Demi Lovato has chosen to associate herself with. It is perverse and disgusting, and there is no room in this world for public language like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, tell me how this works. A wise man once said, nothing.
Shut up.
Oh, I remember this one.
On behalf of all men everywhere, because you would crucify them if they tried to fight back on this post. Just
talk to her.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Men built the world. Men are extremely important in the raising and upbringing of children and societies and communities and governments. They run the military, the police force, and pretty much everything that you depend on for life.
Correct.
So just
shut up.
Shut up.
I was thinking.
It's also so interesting, too, how I've seen so many young women talk about that men are dumb, men are stupid, but we built so much of the shit that is within your lives. Like, no, we just don't like drama. We love peace. We don't like to be complicated and over encumbered by 50 million things that, right? We like to focus and execute and get shit done. Okay? Our minds are a little bit different, and it's okay.
Thinking about toxic masculinity, and I got really upset today thinking about how they're teaching boys to basically shut up and let the girls talk, and pushing down boys in anything masculine. I'm a girl. I love being a girl. I can do whatever I want to do in this lifetime. No one's stopping me, except the IRS. But I can go do whatever I want. And this idea that men are the reason that women have... No, that's bullshit. Toxic femininity is the issue. This overabundance of express your feelings. And you
quelling
can't hurt
boys.
my feelings, and you have to use my pronouns. And
Yeah.
there's 700
Quelling masculinity.
No. We need backbones. We need fucking balls. I'm tired of this shit. Toxic femininity is the issue. Watching those two cackling witches sit behind Biden, I was like, that's the fucking...
Left in 15 seconds. If a dude pretends to be a woman, you're required to pretend with him. Inflammatory rhetoric is outrageous, but harassing people in restaurants is virtuous. We see socialist countries collapsing, but it's apparently a great plan to us.
We have rights now. It's only going to get better from here on out. If you're against competing with males, what? We only one can give birth. Oh, it's the transition to modern feminism. Bullshit.
Try self-respect, morals, a desire to do good in the world and actually contribute.
Get 'em.
Wanting a real relationship.
Get 'em.
Being disgusted by sex trafficking, abuse, suicide, self-harm, and all the things that are a product of stripping and pornography.
Talk to him, mama.
That strippers are homewreckers, and that absolutely disgusts me. But let me assure you, I can dance, just not for nasty dollar bills. Ooh, that's for the right guy.
For your man.
Super dumb thing I've seen of 2021. Democrats, in their prayer, said,
a man and a woman.
Amen.
Is that a real
has
thing?
nothing to do with men. Just means so be it. So I guess history is no longer going to be a thing. Next thing you're going to ask people, they're going to be majoring in her story. And people are no longer going to be speaking Hebrew.
That's clever.
They will be speaking Shebrew. I saw this on Google. I thought, did I sleep too long? Is it already April 1st? Is this a joke? Nope. Just Democrats being Democrats.
Brainwashed by what, man?
That's so deplorable. You took amen and transition that into our woman because of, number one, it's not even referring to men. It's not, amen is not men at all. But in your fight, in your right to make everything goddamn equal, you take amen out of context to pander. There's a sinking pit in the bottom of my stomach that these are the people that represent us in our legislature. It's a what? You know, I still really and truly believe that America is the greatest country on this planet. It's not. It's got issues, obviously. Every country's got issues, but no other country do I think that I can become as successful as what I have within my life through the way that I have been, unless I was in America. But to know that these are the people that represent us. Get out and vote, guys. Jesus, I didn't want to make this into a political thing, but holy moly. Jesus. Christ of Latter-day Saints. All right, let's keep going.
Feminism is all about women empowerment. Women belong anywhere that they want to be. There is no place that a woman doesn't belong. But the second a woman tells you that where she wants to be is at the house with her children or making dinner for her husband,
now you have a problem with
how
it.
dare she? She's a step back for womankind as a whole. Well, that's not very feminist of you.
It's not about
I thought your
choice.
whole mission was equality for women.
No.
Now we're going to treat them like less because they have a different opinion than you? Makes sense, right? I also can't wrap my mind around the fact that feminism is the farthest thing from true femininity ever. It ends up stripping you of everything that makes you feminine. By defeminizing women, you are essentially saying that we are not going to be as good as men unless we...
Let's talk...
If modern day feminism was really about right to choice, then why do so many modern women shame women for wanting to stay at home? That's their right. They get to choose that. That's their right. You should uplift them the same way that you uplift women that choose to go into the workplace, that have different goals or ambitions within their life. That's equality. That's the right to choice.
For just a minute about the attack on masculinity that is occurring in this country. First of all, let's lay down the basic facts. Men tend to be more assertive. They tend to be more aggressive. They tend to have a little bit more unbridled ambition than us ladies. Sorry to tell you. They tend to be a little bit more possessive. They tend to be a little bit more independent. That's just true. And these are not westernized ideas of men. They are traits that are innate and have been seen throughout human history. History, you say? Oh my goodness. But now instead of recognizing these distinctions and giving young men in particular very healthy avenues of which to harness these traits, we are calling them toxic and saying we should raise boys and girls the same.
Jesus.
And it's a disservice to the young people of this country. And we'll talk more about the feminine side of that later. But yeah, teach men to be men.
We trying, my lady. We are trying. All right, guys, that's all the compilation I'm going to play here today. If you guys like this particular compilation, leave it down below. It got a little bit politically. I don't even know if I'm going to leave those political ones in. All right, for fear of getting thrown off of off of YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a risk. I don't know. But if not, I'll leave a link to this video down below so you guys can check out the entire compilation so you can get your full of these beautiful women destroying feminism. I think all in all, there's a great collection of clips in here. The idea that there's currently an attack on masculinity is ever more true than what it is today, which is why I am so in support of this particular space, right? This particular movement. I don't agree with 100% of all the content creators that come in and deliver content, but it's their perspective, and they give their perspective in a way that they may be able to reach somebody that I am not, that I don't have the capability to be able to reach. There has to be more strength placed back within manhood, especially from a generation of young boys that were not raised by men. It's an entire generation of it. So you have women complaining about how men treat them and the strength and the power of men, and men getting up and leading and building and doing shit. But then you also have a generation that weren't raised by men. Okay, young lady right there said that, unbridled ambition. I love those two words combined together. I agree with that, right? And then truth be told, I think that I have a lot of that, and that's pushed by my father. My father had unbridled ambition, and he pushed that unbridled ambition onto me, which is why I ain't gonna stop until I want to stop. Cancer ain't even gonna stop me. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of ambition that I bring, and I do hope that through my stories and the things that I talk about, you guys can understand the authenticity of who I am and how I pursue this shit, and then you put it within your own life as well. All right? Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, last but not least, I got a Patreon. Go click the link down below. Beam up. See the things that are in store. If you want to make sure that the content train continues to rumble, come up and support your boy. You can't count on YouTube nowadays. They be demonetizing for the craziest shit. Okay? Until next time, YouTube.